Today I wanted to go ahead and bring out a gun that I haven't featured on the channel in a while. This is my M&P 2.0. This one dates back to the beginning of this channel, so it's pretty special to me. Of course, it's the Floyd's Custom Shop edition. I bought this gun right when they came out. They weren't optic ready at the time, so Floyd's Custom Shop not only did some slide work, but they also cut it for an optic for me. Big shout out to the Floyd family for doing such an amazing job with all of their slide work, their mag wells, their mag extensions. Everything that they do is top notch. This video though, it's not about the M&P. I recently was sent this, what is this, Wolf Edg by Cyelee. Now, I have a handful of their optics at home on different guns. They wanted me to test this thing out, let them know what I think. And I figured what better way to bring out the M&P than to put the Cyelee on there and put some rounds through it. I've had really good experiences with the Cyelee optics in the past. Their, what is it, Bull Pro, I have that on my Smith & Wesson Victory 22. That one has, I don't even know how many rounds through it. It's still going strong. I wouldn't put that on like a carry gun or anything, but for a competition style gun, it is a great optic. The other one that I use regularly is the Cat Pro. I have that one on a Taurus, and I have just beat that thing to hell, and it's still going strong. So when they shot me an email and said, will you test this Wolf Edg? I thought, you know what the hell, let's go ahead and do it. I'll go ahead and flash some stats on the screen because I cannot remember them for this Wolf Edg, but it is an enclosed optic. It's built pretty tough. It's pretty beefy. RMR footprint, of course, so it's going to fit pretty much any of the guns that you have at home that are in this size range. I like that they went with the RMR footprint because it's kind of the standard when it comes to handguns. The other thing I like about Cyelee is that they do go ahead and give you a buttload of screws with their optics. So there were a big handful of these things, multiple sizes as far as, you know, thread pitch and length of screws. So when you install their optic to your gun, you're pretty much guaranteed that the screws that you need are going to be in the packaging. The screws do come with a little bit of dry thread locker on them. Personally, I don't trust dry thread locker. I prefer to dab a little bit of Loctite on there just to be on the safe side, let the gun sit for 24 hours before I go ahead and take it out to the range and shoot it. I'm not doing any crazy round count today. I'm gonna put, I don't know, maybe 500 rounds through the gun, 300, somewhere in there, just to get a feel for it, dial it in as far as the zero, and have some fun. I don't feel a need to necessarily stress test this optic because, like I said, in the past, I have really worked over the Cyelee optics and had good results with them. Let's go ahead and cut over to some shooting footage and see how that goes. So Cyelee says these things come pre-zeroed and they should take minimal adjustment to get exactly where you want them. I guess we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, that's not too bad. It's shooting just a little bit left of where I'm aiming. All right, well, it's not terrible. Let's just make a little bit of an adjustment here. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have any audible click in that adjustment. That's definitely a downside for me. So today I'm using the TA Targets reduced C-zone target. What I'm aiming for is the head box, which is like 4 inches by 4 inches. And I'm pretty much staying inside of it, so that's a plus. Let's go ahead and reload some mags here. Normally when I'm zeroing in an optic, I like to go to the indoor range where I have set distances and I can put my target out there, put 5 rounds down, bring it back in, check it, make my adjustment, go back out. But today I just really thought we'd do a rough zero out here at the gravel pit and kind of see how it goes. I got a mix of ammo here. This is Blazer 115, and so far these primers seem a little bit hard. Cylee's working out pretty good though. That window is nice and clean, and I've got the dot, I've got it turned up quite a ways. Here, let's go ahead and put it up all the way. Okay, so I've got the dot turned up as bright as it'll go. I don't know, somewhat overcast out here today, and even though my eyes are terrible, I got astigmatism, I'm old as shit, so my vision is not great. I'm not seeing any like weird blooming or distortion with the dot, which is good. A lot of budget optics, my eyes don't like them. This one of course is red, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's 2 MOA, and it looks good. It looks really good. I'm pleasantly surprised with the way that the dot looks on this. I've always been an M&P guy since the release of the M&P 1.0, the first one that came out. Being out here shooting this guy today with this Cyelee Wolf Edg just reminds me how much I love the way that this gun fits in my hand. I really don't shoot it often enough. But you know, when I grab it and I aim it down range, it just feels familiar, you know, like an old friend. I really should have brought more mags out. I only brought 2, so a lot of reloading going on today. Friggin' Blazer ammo, I swear to God. Gotta love this thing. I really do. I should start moving this back into my carry rotation a little bit more because it really is a phenomenal gun. All right, I'm pretty sure I have this Cyelee Wolf Edg dialed in good enough for right now, at least. I've got 2 more mags of the Blazer ammo, and I'm going to get the camera out of the way and switch over to the Hometown Hero RBS. Really have some fun and just get this thing as dirty as I can and enjoy the rest of my afternoon up here. There's a little garbage on the berm back there, maybe 50 yards. Let's just see what I can do. Really not bad for not shooting the M&P in quite some time. Somebody left a bunch of, they look like 2-liter bottles from here, 50 yards out on the berm, and those last few shots I was hitting a couple of 2-liter bottles multiple times. All in all, I'm really happy with this Cyelee Wolf Edg, especially on the M&P 2.0. I mean, it looks pretty good. It functions pretty well. It's an enclosed optic. And you know what? Best part of all, it's affordable. YouTube gets pretty upset when we start talking numbers, so I'm not going to throw any prices out there, but I will say this. Cyelee is budget friendly. They aren't top tier, but they also aren't bottom tier. They are made for like the average shooter that needs a good optic that also doesn't want to break the bank. Yes, it's 2025 and that is a possibility. I don't necessarily think that everybody needs to buy a Trijicon RMR. Sure, those optics are great, but honestly, for the average person, it is a little bit of a waste of money when there are a ton of other brands out there that are very durable that are going to get the job done. My results with this particular optic, the Wolf Edg, have been pretty good today. I am able to, in all kinds of conditions, turn the brightness all the way up and still be able to see it without getting a whole lot of weird distortion in the glass. The glass is nice and clean and clear. It doesn't have any weird distortion to it like I would find with other cheap optics. And if it matters to you, it looks pretty cool. I think that Cyelee is one of those brands that, although it is foreign made, is kind of an up-and-comer. If you buy one of these optics, whether it's the Wolf Edg or one of the other ones in their product line, I think you're going to have a pretty good experience with it. It's going to last you a long time. It's going to retain its zero. It's going to be durable. Honestly, I have nothing negative to say about these optics, which is weird because usually I find one or two things that I don't like. As a side note, I don't know what this thing is up here. It's like a Bigfoot house. I don't know. Somebody came up and built a shelter. I don't know. Maybe there's a meth lab out here. Who knows? Anyways, Cyelee optics, doing good, great value. I highly recommend checking these out if you want a quality optic for your gun and you want to save money.